And we are live. So, hey, I'm here with the beautiful Marie Fertoni.
Hello. Okay, hang on one second.
We're gonna share.
Here we go. And I'm sharing to me.
We're gonna get streaming. He's sharing to you.
Okay. How do I do? Not to my story. Oh my God.
You share to your page.
Yeah. Boy. I'm just like looking at.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. So when you go, yep, I mean, I don't know that I can do it for you.
Well, it's funny because it's like I can see that it's my name, but it's not giving me. Oh, here we go. I think it's.
I see us here. Let me see if I could share it with you.
I think I did it.
Yeah.
Hi, Melissa.
Melissa's there. Do you see how? You see how you could do it?
Yeah, I just was. Yeah, it's on.
She says a lady never says.
There we go. We're on. We're live. I'm on there.
Okay, so you have to just lower the volume. We're talking. Well, thank God we're not talking.
87 this year.
I think Melissa is on here.
No, that's an old one. So just lower your volume on your phone, and then we'll be good. All right. So I'm going to ask you a question, Miss Marie.
All right.
And I'm going to take the question out of this little booklet I have.
Ooh.
Okay, here's the question. So this is something that you call an icebreaker. This is something that you help people do if they're in a room together. So I'm reading one of your questions. I'm throwing it back at you. So I'm going to say, I'm pretending I don't know you. I'm going to say like, I mean, I kind of know you. I've seen you around. And I say, if you had a message of inspiration for me today, because I'm feeling kind of like down, what would that be? What would you say?
Well, today is kind of a bizarre day out there in the world, but I would say to focus on what it is that you want for your own life and to take a moment to go inside and see that, feel that, commit to it, and then do something that is going to forward what you're up to in your own life and take charge of your own self.
I love that.
Leave the rest of the world out there.
Hell yeah, gladly. Yeah, I like that. And I like this little book that goes along with your cards. This is a little extra bonus, which is 53 icebreakers that you can slip in your bag and take with you and like to open up a conversation with the person.
Yeah. Or it's great one to have, like if you're having sales conversations or virtual coffees, just to go a little deeper than what do you do and how long have you been doing it? And
I mean, that's kind of like the standard thing. Oh, hi, what's your name? Oh, what do you do? Which I never really like that because then you don't really get to know a person. I get to know much more from you when you give me that kind of inspiration like that. I like, she's a little deep. She's got something going on. I could see more of you, which I love. So
and it's good to say who we are and what we do, but there's a whole lot more to us than just that.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be the first thing, right?
It provides a context.
That's true too.
Because there's ways to, to really ask that. There's so many ways to ask those icebreakers, even a table discussion, at an event or at a break, or ask a question to somebody on a break, or talk to 3 people and ask that question. So many things to do with that.
Right. Well, we got something to talk about today.
All right.
We got these pretty things to talk about today.
They are pretty.
They really are pretty. I love them so much. And I love how they feel too, because I love how they feel in my hand and like shuffle and all that. But this is your card deck that you just launched.
I know.
My
baby
card deck. And these are just super fabulous. I'm gonna see if maybe you want to pull one and show people in a minute, but we're talking today kind of for a reason, just to kind of show you about card decks and to invite you to learn more about them for yourself.
Well, card decks are great. They're a wonderful tool to access the higher realms of learning and development and our conscious self. You know, it's like it's easier to access something that comes from the outside of a card deck as opposed to just a question where we have to think and come up with the right answer. Here, these direct us to the right answer.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Accelerated learning.
Yeah. So I have, I'm creating a whole list of like 50 ways to use this tool, because I just keep finding more and more and more accident. That's not the right word. Organic ways.
Yeah.
That stuff just happens because of them. So that's been a super cool thing. But tell us maybe like a little bit like what you're doing with them right now.
Well, right now, if I'm just leading a conversation, I might use them as a conversation opener. If I'm leading with a group of people, I was practicing with them a couple of weeks ago, and there were 4 people on this particular call, and I just did a card pull for each one of the 4 people. And that became the whole conversation for an hour.
Wow.
Each person did that, and it was a really rich conversation, because it wasn't like, how's the weather? It wasn't, how's your business going? It was really like, wow, if you needed to honor people, you know, or we did that the other day. It was somebody's birthday at the networking event that I lead, and we did a card pull for her.
Show how you do the virtual card pull, because I love it.
Oh, okay.
I love how you do it, and maybe we'll do the virtual card pull, but just show everybody what you do, because it's so cute.
Yeah, I shuffle the cards, and here they are. And so I'm just shuffling them. And then what I do is I go like this, and I put them into the camera, and I say, okay, and then pick a card. And sometimes people see when I go, I want that blue one on the top, or I want that red one that's kind of hidden in there. And they get a chance to pick their card. And then I look at, what is it? Do you want to pick a card?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw a red one, like in the middle, right in the middle.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, guess what? We just picked this card.
I like that card.
Whoops. It's the card of success. Ooh. And the affirmation says, I am gratefully receiving all of the money, success, and accolades that the universe is sharing with me daily.
Bring it on, baby. Bring it on.
What if we dwelled in that for like a week?
I love that.
And then on the back, there's some actions to take. And the action says, what are the ways in which you define success? How do you declare your successes? And how do you share your successes?
And you know what's so cool about that is that, this like immediately my head would go to like, oh, well, you're successful if you're making this much money. But that's not really success. And I mean, there's so many different levels of success, or so many different ideas of success. And to me, success, as you were saying, I'm like, wow, well, if I could reach one new person a day and learn about them and share what I do, you know, that would be like, imagine if I just kept doing that like every single day, how much expansion that would be. So it really does make you think about, you know, not just the word success, but taking it a deeper level, like what do I actually really think?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, there's lots of ways to look at success. If we talk to somebody who is brand new in business, they might have a different version of success for them,
right?
As opposed to somebody like us who we've been around for a long time doing different levels of different things. It's there. Right. And somebody that doesn't have a business might even have a way of looking at success.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I mean, I love them because they're, you know, and we really thought it out when we were creating them, how many different ways to be able to have someone use them. And they're so fabulous. They're so fabulous. But Marie, so we're, this is just a little precursor to tell people what we're going to be doing.
Okay.
And so I'll share about what's going to happen on that call, on the training. And then we'll put the link below. It's June, I think it's Friday, June
12th.
Friday, June 12th.
June 12th at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Perfect. So you'll sign up here, But we're doing a webinar training. So, well, I'm doing the webinar training. Marie's like, well, I'm not doing no training. But Marie is going to definitely interject all the beautiful marketing tips that you can to use the tools, because that's what she's fabulous at.
Right.
But I'm going to share with you what different businesses have created, and how it's possible for you to create your own deck. The 5 secrets to, it's called Card Deck Dreaming webinar, Card Deck Dreaming with Marie and Rosie, but how to make your card deck a reality, which is super cool. Because, you know, it's really good also to have a physical product. And you talked about that. You never really had a physical product, right? You had all, you know, coaching programs and things like that. So this is actually your first, right?
It is. I've wanted to have something that might outlive me, you know, that could be available, or that people, you know, it's like a touchstone of something that I created that lives, that has a life beyond me and my people. And it has become something that's really fun. I mean, I really like enjoying them every day.
That's great.
And I want to say this because for people that might be listening to this, to come onto this webinar, I have had conversations with several particular people that are clients, or I know of them through communities or whatever, and really encourage them to also create, like, your business would be great to have a card deck, or this is how you could create a card deck. And I think there's that kind of interest of like, yeah, that would be fun. I would like to do it, but that's not me. That's not me. And if somebody's like kind of looking at that, I would encourage them to come onto the webinar, because I learned so much from you in that initial conversation that I knew right away I was going to go forward with this, and you paved the way to make it easy.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, the misconception is that they're like, oh, you know, you think tarot cards or these spiritual cards or kind of like woo-woo cards or whatever, and those are awesome, but there's such a tool for coaching and just teaching, and for really, I can pretty much come up with an idea for no matter what your business is, and I would say, oh yeah, you definitely could use the deck, and really have it be an effective tool. Because it's just something too that's just a fun thing for people, that, you know, you're not going to put it in a pile of books that I'll get to it someday and read. It is something that you can keep with you and grab and go and, you know, pull one every day. And it's not like a big chunk of time or a big deal.
Right.
And I already have, though, a deep question to answer. Like, I already have, like, what is that about success? Like, maybe I could make a 30-day challenge for myself about success, or maybe I could really, really look at what I think about that, you know? So I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun things to be able to do with it. And I think as we continue to play with them, we'll even discover more.
Yeah. And I mean, I actually love that you had 4 people that you took a deep conversation with. That's fantastic.
That was just one day. I mean, I've used them a lot. I've used them in my coaching programs, and just to start the day, or to look at what the universe is giving us for message today. What do we need to pay attention to today? And, you know, what's also really nice that I like these, I've been just discovering these. There's a lot of people in my life, including myself, that like to journal.
Mm-hmm.
And much of the action parts of the cards work really well with people that like to journal. Because they could even, or come up with, you know, here's a goal setting, or sales conversations, or here's one for relationships, you know, relationships and business. What do you want to say about that? And it's just a good starter to have us go deeper with ourselves. And I think when we can go deeper with ourselves, it allows us the opportunity to go deeper with other people, which is where the magic happens.
Yeah, absolutely. So then they become not only just networking cards where you're asking someone else the question, you're going deeper with yourself, which is like you said, that's super magical, right? Why do we just have to ask someone else the question?
The cards themselves are an icebreaker.
Yeah. I mean, and you said something really interesting too, because I find with all my clients, like, by the time they get the deck in their hands, they really had no idea of, they just kind of grow with what you can do. You're like, oh God, I didn't even think about that way. I didn't even think about that. But our clients kind of help us, because as we're using them, something will come up and they'll say something, or they'll do something, or they'll ask for something. And it's like, oh, that's another way. So it's really cool. So Friday, June 12th.
We're here.
Yes, we are.
I
at
know.
4 p.m. It's going to be around an hour, and I'll be answering questions live and sharing with you all kinds of different examples. Marie's going to be brainstorming with us, and it's going to be loads of fun. So we want you to come and join us. And I'm going to put the link right below in this Facebook thread, so you can get on the list, and then we'll send you the Zoom room link and all that stuff.
And I can take that link and I can send it to my list with a special invitation to my list as well. Okay, great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can invite everybody.
I'm
So,
excited.
all right. Yeah, me too. Love them. All right, Marie, it was great. What's today? Monday.
June 1st. Let's create a great June.
Yeah, let's do that. A great June. All right, darling.
Awesome. Thanks, Rosie. Thanks for everything.
Everybody. Okay, bye.